What's going on, everyone? Chris from PickDawgz.com here with your early look in the Week 6 college football matchup between the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. What we're going to do here is just going to take an early look at this matchup, see where the line is at when this video is being recorded on Tuesday, and kind of see how it progresses throughout the week. This is a game we're likely going to talk about, at least have a video for it on Friday. Don't know if it's going to make the cut for our Thursday live show or with myself and Mitch and Ron Romanelli, or our Saturday show with the Sauce Network with Kyle Kerms, myself, Mitch, and Jay Briggs. But we're looking at Illinois here, 2-3 on the year, but 0-5 against the number after last week's 44-19 road loss to Purdue. That game was a pick'em. I was on Purdue in that game, and I'll tell you, I have no faith in this Illinois team this season. I get it; they are 2-3. They have wins over FAU and Toledo. But I think you could definitely argue this Illinois team should be at least 1-4, if not 0-5. I think they should have lost that game against Toledo. That game against FAU was a lot closer than that final score would indicate, even though it was FAU that scored the late touchdown to get themselves back into it. But FAU led that game 10-0 after the first quarter before Illinois scored 2 touchdowns and had 23 unanswered points. But the thing, you look at Nebraska. Nebraska, 2-3 on the year as well, 2-3 against the number after coming off of that 45-7 beatdown loss at home to Michigan last time out. Now they go back out on the road. We've seen the good and the bad from Nebraska. They hung in tight against Minnesota in their season opener on the road, then got blown out by Colorado. But the way I'm looking at it right now is that this Nebraska team just looks a little bit different with Heinrich Haarberg at starting quarterback. Jeff Sims still dealing with some injury issues. He's questionable for this game with an ankle issue. We'll have to see if he's coming back for this game. Both these teams are banged up, but I still like what I've seen from Haarberg as sort of taking over this Nebraska offense. And Nebraska's offense, they're 15th in the country in terms of rushing yards allowed per game. This team doesn't love to pass it all that much, and for good reason. They're 127th in passing yards per game, 106th in yards per attempt. So they're not moving the ball through the air efficiently. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that Jeff Sims was just really not playing competent football when he was the starting quarterback. I mean, this guy was a turnover machine, whether it was interceptions, but more often than not, it was fumbles. This Nebraska team, the offense just would sputter left and right. And, like I said, you could probably fault him a little bit for some of the losses, to a road game against Minnesota, not easy. Colorado, not easy in Colorado as well. And a game against Michigan was probably going to be a loss the entire way. But still managed to get wins over Louisiana Tech and Northern Illinois, so give them credit for that. Now, for me, the pick here, or the early look for me, is all about Illinois and just how little I trust the Illinois Fighting Illini. Let's start with the defense. This defense, if you've listened to my videos when I've talked about Illinois, or you've listened to me talk about them on any of our live shows, this Illinois defense is not what it was last season. Last year, they had one of the lowest or the tightest scoring defenses in the country. I think they were top 3, if not first in the country. I can't remember off the top of my head. I won't lie to you. But you lose 3 of your top players in the top 75 of the NFL draft. We saw on Monday night what Devin Weatherspoon meant to the Seahawks, and he meant even more to the Illinois Fighting Illini. I will tell you that much. That's why he went 5th overall. But this is an Illinois defense that's 113th in total defense, 88th in terms of passing defense. 110th in rush defense, which is not good against, of all teams, this Nebraska ground attack. Illinois, they can move the ball through the air. They're 58th in the country, and that's the one area where you can really attack Nebraska's defense. But this is still a very solid Nebraska defense, a lot more solid than a lot of people probably give them credit for. Only allowing 23.8 points per game this season. Illinois allowing 21.6, because this was a team that last year relied on their defense to do a lot of the heavy lifting. But this year, Illinois' defense, 30.6 points per game allowed, 103rd in the country. My early look here is going to be Nebraska plus the 3.5. It's not a pretty pick. Probably not a game that's going to make my premium picks. But there's just no way in good conscience I feel like I can lay points right now with just how this Nebraska defense is in shambles. And I don't even know if I don't even think I could take the under here, even if I don't trust Nebraska's offense, because Illinois' defense has shown me nothing to suggest that they're going to be able to keep points off the board here. So my early look right now, Nebraska plus 3.5. We'll see how this line progresses throughout the week, but that's going to be my early look for right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Up over 145,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. Could not have done that without you guys' love and support, so thank you so much for that. If you haven't already, make sure you like this content. Subscribe to our channel, and make sure you have notifications turned on so you get the newest and freshest content when it drops here at Pick Dawgz. And make sure that if you're looking for our best bets, myself or any of our other world-class handicappers, check out pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Thanks for watching. Best of luck.